Hey, what is going on, YouTube? Aaron here. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day wherever you guys are in the world. And guys, we have a new campaign teaser that was just dropped from the World of Warships Legends official YouTube page. And they say it right here. The Blücher is the new campaign ship coming to Legends in the next update. We're going to go ahead and show the video here. We're not going to pirate the music, but we are going to point out something that a few of you may have noticed. This is the Dockyard display. On PC there is a Dockyard. I think it's their campaign style, or maybe more equivalent to our bureau, but it's just a different way of getting ships. And it would be cool if Legends implemented that in a way that wasn't drip bleed or pay to win, but we know wargaming, so if that is coming, this could just be a different way of displaying that. But that is something to keep in mind, because that is sort of how they, you can progress each tier and watch the ship being built, which is honestly really cool. But the Blücher here is basically an Admiral Hipper-class, but she's moved up to tier 8 in our game. But a beautiful, beautiful editing job here by Mr. Robin. We're going to let this video finish out, and then we're going to review the ship spec stats and give our little input here on what we think, or how we think this ship will be implemented into the game. She's definitely more of an AP-focused cruiser. Her HE isn't as good, and we're going to talk about that here in just a second, but we're just going to get these beautiful-looking visuals. And yeah, I'm excited for the ship, as I mentioned in the little comments here. So, and as well, historic ships are always a good call. But let's go ahead and review the World of Warships gamer blog here. And we don't have the wiki, the information is not available, but the Blücher is armed with twin 203mm guns, matching her sister ships and featuring destroyer-level dispersion for precise fire. Now again, this is for the PC version, so some of these things are going to be different, some of them are going to be the same. But let's go ahead and start here with her description, rather. A heavy cruiser of the Admiral Hipper-class, the second ship in the series, Blücher was distinguished by powerful armament and quite an advanced fire control system for her time. In early April 1940, shortly after completing the trials, the ship played a key role in Operation Weserübung, the German invasion of Norway and Denmark, serving as the flagship of the squadrons tasked with capturing Oslo. The cruiser was sunk on April 9th, 1940, while attacking Norwegian coastal fortifications. And I believe the lure of that is she was sunk by things on land, ironically enough. Coastal batteries, obviously, but just very, I guess, atypical in terms of sinking. Key features: Blücher was armed with twin 203mm guns, featuring destroyer-level dispersion for precise fire, which I think is a PC trait. Her AP shells are enhanced with improved ricochet angles, faster fuse timers, and higher penetrations, with also flatter ballistics. She carried a standard repair party and offers flexible consumable choices, including defensive AA, long-range hydro. Additional options include aerial support via fighter squadrons or spotting aircraft. So potential, a lot of options there. At least for what I'm thinking, like in terms of Arthas, if there's an accuracy plane, and all of those. Now, of course, on Legends we only get 4 consumables: damage control, sonar. One of them is we only get 4 slots on the D-pad, so we can't have any more than that ever, at least so they've told us, until they come up with a better way of trying to get those. But damage control is always going to be 1, heal most likely will be 2, then sonar, then you can have the option potentially to switch that out for DFAA or the plane there, depending on how they want to line that up. So do keep that in mind when it says all of these consumables we can only ever have 4. Gameplay tips: broadside punishment, prioritize targets that expose their sides, which is pretty common knowledge, I feel like. But again, we are getting a lot of newer players, so we're going to mention that. Basically, you want to use AP similarly, to how you would with the Hindi. The Hindi AP build is nasty. A lot of people sleep on that AP, but the problem is the HE is just as good, if not better. At least on the Hindenburg. The difference with this ship is your HE is not quite as good as it is on other German cruisers. So hopefully she's like a better, Admiral Hipper or Prince Eugen. But yeah, let's review her stats, shall we? And again, this is PC. This is potentially likely to change. The armor is probably going to be the same, 27 bow and stern. So, 16 and above can overmatch there. Hit points, 45,300. Fire duration, 30 seconds. And this is a good bit of info here. So if you're trying to look for some comparisons, but she's very strong, but I believe similar to most other, this is actually nice on this website. They have the waterline there. Similar to other German cruisers, you have one plate there, and if that gets hit by heavy HE, you can actually get your engine knocked. So, something definitely to keep in mind there. Main battery, 4x2 of the 203mm guns with an 18.5 range and a 12-second reload. So with reload mod and a reload mixed DPM damage build, we could probably get 9 seconds out of that, maybe 8. You're probably looking at an average of 10. 2.05 Sigma, which I believe is a little bit better. I haven't checked the Sigma of the Hipper or the Eugen, so I could be wrong on that, and I'm sure the experts in the comments will let me know. But the HE shell's not quite as effective, but still decent. It looks like the HE pen is 51 there, which is still going to pen the decks and most plating of most battleships. So something to keep in mind. Your fire chance, though, is only 13%, which is I think that's a little bit less than the other German cruisers. But I don't have those numbers just stored in my brain off the top of my head. So someone will have to let me know. You're definitely going to want to focus on the AP. However, the HE on most German ships is typically still very good, and it's partly due to that quarter pen. Now, if I'm calculating this correctly, 203 divided by 4 is 51, or 50.5 or something. So you will be getting that 51 millimeters of pen. You still will have that quarter pen. It's just, I think the fire chance is a little bit lower. And what does it say about the HE? Why it's... So it's basically just enhanced AP. I think the HE is... someone's going to have to comment the massive difference with the HE, and I'll pin that on one of the top comments. But basically an AP-focused Hipper or Eugen here. Secondary is 8 kilometers, actually, listed. So another potential secondary cruiser. Now, I don't think that's the case because this is PC and their average is a little bit longer. But we could be getting another slightly secondary, geared cruiser. I don't think that'll be the case. Depth charges are irrelevant for our game for right now. I hope that doesn't change. 8-kilometer torpedoes with a 13.7 max damage and the standard German 60 knot speed. Is it 60 or 64? I forget. But typically this is 6. So you're going to have a little bit more versatility with these torpedoes. Now, again, it's a very obvious play when a German battleship or cruiser is trying to rush you. However, if they catch you with like sonar coming around a corner and you're tucked in an island or somewhere where you can't really position or reposition out of, they're going to be doing some damage to you. So yes, you can overmatch them. They are chunky ships, and will take a good chunk of damage from most battleships, especially at tier 8 and above. However, sometimes when they catch you there's nothing you can do. And is there a double rack here? Now, you never really get the max damage for the torpedoes, but you will be getting a good chunk from these. AA defense is typically pretty mediocre, but maneuverability, 32.8 knot top speed there, 740 turning circle. Rudder shift is 8.3, and propulsion, I need to learn that number, but it's 131. Detection is 13.8, and I think that's going to be a little better on our game, especially with concealment mod, but who knows, we may want to try her with chromium barrels, chromium-plated barrels. We'll see. But yeah, that's sort of it for this one. Now, there was another website I found, but here I wanted to show you guys this website as well. It pretty much says the same thing that a lot of the other website did say, but something that this website has is a comparison between all the other ships, available on the PC version. Now, again, this is PC, and this is all players, I'm guessing, who input their stats, because This one is either, that's not statistically significant. 13 in comparison to like 10,000, but 13,000, 16,000. She does pretty average. Damage is, I guess, a little bit higher if you're looking at ships with like a lot of battles here, 47, 66. This one only has 112, so you probably can't use that as a good reference point, but 85, 16 here, and that's Suzuya with a lot of HE damage. So pretty decent, maybe on the upper end of average in terms of damage, but this was just an interesting website, so I'll try to link that for you guys down below. Let's look at the Ibuki here. Yeah, so 5 million battles, Buffalo. Yeah, so again, you're just looking at the average player, right, for a lot of these ships. So but yeah, she does pretty good, it looks like, in terms of average damage. Now, again, her numbers, 123,000 battles, so a good reference point. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that and get your guys' thoughts. Again, we'll need some help with a few of the Reddit experts and Discord experts. Tell me about that HE in the comments below. But an AP-focused Hipper, I'm excited to try it. We'll see what the next update brings. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I love you guys. Sorry, I'm a little exhausted from this trip here. So we'll maybe see you guys on stream tonight. I'm not exactly sure. All right, Aaron out. Peace.